Hello, good morning. It's foodie time. Hi, you guys. Thank you for coming this morning. Oh my gosh, it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday. And for me, it's really Good Friday, but I'm going to tell you yet why it's a really Good Friday. I think some of you know them. Okay. This is a Connect and Grow chat. Welcome to our chat. It's TGI Friday. Yay! I'm so glad it's Friday, y'all, for many reasons. But we can help you grow your channel by supporting you from this chat. Isn't that awesome? I love it when YouTubers help each other. But when you come in, if you type hashtag grow, you can also show your link through Nightbot. So that's pretty cool. Now, you guys, it's been a busy morning and we've been talking all day on the chat. And I got up at about 8 and got on Eddie's chat, and Eddie was chatty today. So chatty Eddie today. So we talked a bit. I'm losing my voice. Hopefully it will make it all the way through this broadcast. If not, I'm in trouble because I have to do something tonight with my voice. So let's just pray that my voice stays today. Anyway, today I'm dedicating what I'm wearing to Cheryl. I bought this dress at Temu. Cheryl on Go Live Together, the chat right before our chat, she always talks about shopping at Temu. Today I have on a dress, excuse me, it's not a shirt, it's a dress that is a sundress from Temu. How exciting, right? It only cost me like $7. And it's got like cruise themed stuff on it, everything from starfish to I don't know, just all kinds of stuff. But I love the fact that you can buy a $7 dress on Temu. I don't know how long it's going to last given the China situation, but I'm really excited. And all I can say is if you're going to get some sundresses, better do it today. That's all. Tell you one thing, having sundresses, if you're a girl packing on a cruise, it is the thing to do. That's my cruise tip of the day. If you are a girl or if you're a guy who likes a dress, Scott, I bet you could pull it off. If you were a guy who likes dresses, hey, $7. Only bad news about Temu is the sizing is a little bit inconsistent. In fact, on Temu's clothes, I wear between a medium and an extra large, depending on who made it. So $7. The good news is they'll give it back to you probably if you tell them it was the wrong size. Shopping online. It's fun. It is very convenient, but sometimes it's tricky because you don't know what sizes they have unless you shop at that store all the time. Like if you shop at Penny's and you're able to order on Penny's online, chances are the clothes are going to be similar, especially if you use the Arizona brand or something like that. I don't know. Guys, do guys shop online? This is the question of the day. Do you buy clothes? I know you guys buy technical stuff and you buy sports stuff because I'm just speaking from my own experience in my own house that my husband buys stuff constantly online. Um, he even buys stuff for our new puppy. I mean, that dog has got more educational toys for a puppy that I've ever seen. That's something I've never experienced before, is trying to educate a puppy with toys from online shopping. But he figures it out real fast. He's really smart. But anyway, so look, the chat is moving. That means that Go Live Together has just ended, and all the people are coming over the Go Live Together raid. Hey, thank you, Jeremy. I saw where you guys posted the link. Thank you so much. I'm going to start saying hello to everybody in the chat. It's an exciting Friday. Scott, foodie time first. Yes, got to do foodie time first. Scott, I look forward tonight. Y'all, I'm going to be on the match game tonight with my husband. Fingers crossed, because it would not surprise me if he chickens out at the last minute. Now, I hope he ain't watching this live because he's talking about me right now like she doesn't believe I'm going to show up. But he did say to me that he's going to play in a pickleball. What did he say? He was playing a pickleball mixer right before the chat. I mean, right before the game. So I'm like, no, dude, you can't do that. You got to be here and sweat it out like me as I'm trying to figure out how to set up a spot for two people, which, by the way, right here can't work. So I'm going to have to make a new spot somewhere. So you're going to see a different area of my house tonight for sure. But anyway, Scott, welcome in. Can't wait to get started. Need to ask you a few questions about the stuff that you sent out. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to have to connect. I want to connect to the channel. I want to connect to this channel because I've been inviting people to come and see us on the. So I was thinking, okay, I got to do it. I just haven't done it. But anyway, I will be calling you sometime today. I promise you. Coca Culture, welcome to the chat. Hi, happy Good Friday, Miss Vicky. Hopping in to say hello. Hopping as in Easter. I like it. Hopping in to say hello before I start teaching. That's right. Zach teaches. Go get him, Zach. Teach him some good stuff. Bone Tired Travelers, welcome into the chat. Denise. Headed to bed, working tonight. Oh, yeah. To get your rest, girl. Get your beauty sleep, beautiful. I tell you what, I totally get that. Sleep is everything. I put sleep up here. It is on a high priority list. It's up there with food. Y'all know how I feel about food. So, but going to bed, oh yeah, I try to get to bed on time. And Denise says, I love Shein shopping. I haven't done that yet. Oh my gosh, I need to do that. And I need to do it today. Well, today's going to be busy. I'm expecting a claims adjuster today at the house at Dad's garden home. We'll stop calling it condo because it's a house that's a condo. I don't know. It's a new thing. They call it a garden home, I guess. I'm expecting claims adjuster. A little nervous about that too because, well, when money's involved, money's involved. So, bye, Denise. Bye. Have a good, restful night. Life with Tanisha. Tanisha, I love you. She brings information when she comes into the chat. She tells us what today is. Today is good morning. She says, Happy National Exercise Day. Oh, I tell you, that's an important thing, exercise, especially at my age. It's important to keep going, keep it moving, right? Clean out your medicine cabinet day. Tanisha, you're probably the perfect person to ask this question. What do you do with expired medications? I'm all for cleaning out my medicine cabinet. I've stopped using, some of my medicine. I've gotten better. They took me off some stuff, but I don't know what to do with it. Anybody got some clue? I mean, I know things you can't do with it. You definitely don't want to flush it. But how do you get rid of medication safely? Okay. Animal Crackers Day. Animal Crackers Day? Okay, I like that one. Poem in Your Pocket Day. Okay, now that one you need to explain. It's Good Friday. Celebrate accordingly. I should have brought some water with me, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't bring a sandwich. I didn't bring any water. Whew, I'm telling you. Okay, Travel Cake Trips, welcome into the chat. Happy Good Friday, Vicky, and all in the chat. Denise, everybody's saying hello to everybody. Travel Cake Trips, I'm so excited to see you guys. I've been watching you too on the chats and the things you've been saying today. And I like that you did the Spanish translation, and Eddie did the Spanish translation. Such a beautiful poem and sounds so good in Spanish. I did know some of the Spanish. I'm going to be honest with you. I speak a little bit of Spanish. I don't speak a whole lot of Spanish. I should speak more than I do, honestly, considering But I'm trying to get better at speaking Spanish, and it's hard to do because in Louisville, Kentucky, there aren't any like real Spanish channels like in other places. I mean, there's like Univision and all that, but you have to have a special streaming package, and I don't really watch television, so I really don't have a lot of streaming packages. I don't think that I can really plug into too many Spanish things. I do miss my novellas. Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to watch novellas pretty heavy. Danny D, welcome to the chat. She's saying hello to everybody. Oh, girl, you won the raffle. Congratulations on Go Live Together. Oh, I'm having some problems speaking, y'all, which is really weird. I'm not usually a person that can't speak. Life with Tanisha says, I have hit the mark each time with Temu. You go, girl. Prices have increased a bit in the last few weeks, but still budget friendly. Well, that's good to know. That is really good to know because I'm going to need a few more sundresses. I do love sundresses because it's easy. So easy. I know the guys are probably bored. Although I'm gonna tell you, guys do order stuff from Temu too. I mean, you can order just about any weird thing on Temu. I mean, things that I know Jorge has bought. He has bought a pickleball bag. He has bought not a pickleball bag. He has bought a hiking bag. He has bought hiking gear. He has bought closet stuff because we made a dressing room downstairs. A lot of stuff. They have a lot of weird stuff. The closet stuff is kind of strange. I mean, if you're going to get drawers, fair warning, it's going to be weird. But if you're just getting the shelving kind, closet modules, that's not bad. Those turn out kind of good. Oh, Tanisha says Bobby has bought a few outfits. Yeah, chunk of our outfits have been for our cruises. The good news is a lot of the stuff that you can get for cruises. I mean, you wear on cruises, what do you wear? But a lot of guys, they wear sport shorts or just regular shorts. They have a lot of interesting summer clothes, for guys on Temu. So that's good. Danny D. Long time no see, Scott. She said, GLT raid. Thank you for that, Scott. I kind of guessed that when I saw the chat move. I looked over and it was going, woo. I said, oh my. Thank you guys for coming. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you so much. Scott says, Danny, are you following me? You guys are always in the chat. And if you're following Scott, Danny, you're doing a lot of following. Every time I say to Scott, well, you've never been to this chat, he'll go, well, yeah, I was on a cruise with her. He is everywhere. He is so funny. It's warm here today. Is anybody else getting warm weather finally? We have, it's going up to 78 degrees today here. We go from like 50 degrees to 70, 80, and 90 degrees. It doesn't play. We really have this much spring. And usually by Easter or Derby Day, we have lots of rain. Although this year it came early. I don't know what's going to happen on Derby. I haven't looked to see what the weather's going to be like on Derby. Derby is the first Saturday in May. And we are coming toward the end of April. And so, predictions about the first Saturday in May are probably going to be off right now, like every other day. So we'll see what happens. But I think that it's going to be a very warm Derby. And, I'm going to be honest with you. I would prefer a wet Derby over a warm Derby. Derby can be hot, hot, hot. And you're out in an infield or out on a chow wagon. Chow wagon is like a little eating area, and of course that's where I'm going to be. I'm in the eating area eating stuff during the Derby Festival, but all of those are really hot when it's hot. So yeah, if you're coming to Derby, if you're ever coming to Kentucky in general, just let me know. I can give you all kinds of information. I can tell you this: if you ever come to the Derby, you're going to have to book it about a year ahead. It's going to be expensive. It is not going to be cheap. Oh, hey, everybody's saying hello. Scott saying we can't wait for tonight. I'm a little nervous, but excited. Okay, a little nervous. Yoda, bless life. Welcome to the chat. Hi, dude. How are you doing? So good to see you. Glad that you're feeling better. Glad that you're out here with us. I assume that you're feeling better. Pickleball is awesome. It is addictive. Yes, I agree. It is so much fun, and it's not as bad as playing tennis or something like that, because when you play tennis, you have all this extra space you got to cover. Forget about it. I can't run like that. Pickleball, you're covering it like half of a court, half of a small court in a tennis court. It's a really small area, so you don't really. It's sort of like racquetball. It's about that much space. Okay, so you're really not running a lot. You have bursts of energy. It's kind of burst out, run across a little bit of area. So it's fun for people who are my age and people who are in their 50s. I mean, people who can't play regular tennis and stuff like that because of mobility issues. Not that they can't walk, but they can't probably run. Okay, it's good. Beginners pickleball, a lot of the people are an upper in age, like 70s, 80s. I mean, seriously. And there are a lot of people who are in pickleball who are in their early 80s that are still playing. I'm amazed by that. I hope that I'm still playing by my 80s, and that's not that far away, y'all. I wish it was really far away, but that is not that far away. So he's saying hello to everybody. Yay, everybody's saying hello to everybody. So the Bud Files are here bringing in the morning sunshine. Yoda says, I'm 100% healed from my illness. Wow, good. Yay. Prayers helped. Yoda, I'm so glad that you're in better condition now, because wow, sickness, you never really think about your health until you don't have your health. And then, oh my gosh, then you realize that you took it for granted for sure. Okay. Everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Such a friendly community. I love this community. DeFam Adventures. Hey, good morning, Ron. I've seen you on several chats this morning. And last night, Ron and I were picking on each other in the trivia. I won one of the trivias last night, the one about a main hub airplane hubs. And the reason why, airport hubs. Okay, there we go. The reason why is because I'm a travel agent. Hey, most of the trivias, I have no clue. Okay. But that particular trivia was in my wheelhouse. Okay. So that's how I won it, because when you book people out of places, you start to realize, like, I think hardly anybody got the Barbados one, but here's the thing. I know the Barbados. I book people out of Caribbean ports. So thank you, Scott, for picking something that I know. Because usually trivia, the country song trivia, what was the other trivia that y'all did that oh my gosh, I sucked so bad at? It was a history, I think, of Mardi Gras or something like that. Oh, that was bad. I did so bad. But that one, I felt good about. So there you go. Okay, and Ron is saying hello to everybody. Travel Cake Trips, thanks for that, Vicki. I personally enjoy writing poetry and songs. Good to know, Kathy. I'll remember that when I'm looking for somebody to write a song with me. But I am not skilled at writing music to go with the songs. Well, I can play the guitar, but haven't done it lately. And it's not like riding a bike. I can tell you that I haven't played for decades. So there you go. I have a beautiful classical guitar, sitting in my guest room, just staring at me, thinking, will she ever pick me up again? Uh, God can give each person but so many talents. That is true. That is so true. Life with Tanisha says, Vicky, some pharmacies have kiosks where you can drop them off. Most of you can throw in the trash, and some can be flushed. FDA has great information. I'm going to go there, girl, on how to discard, but I would check with the pharmacy first. Okay, good information, Tanisha. You know, it's great to have nurses in the chat. You guys come in with great information. I don't know why I'm all clogged up and I can barely talk. Scott, this is troubling for me. I will try to find something to arrest my throat with. Then here we are. Yep, yeah, I bet Billy J. Woohoo, LOL. Okay, that's probably from another comment. Hey, floaty booty. Angie coming in, whatever floats your boat. Hi, sweetie. So glad to see you coming in. I was just talking about our weather. It is going to be so nice today. It is so strange to all of a sudden go up to the 70s like this, but I'm okay with it as long as it doesn't go to the 80s. I'm not really ready yet for summer. And summer nowadays in this area is not very cool. It's closer to 90s all the time. I mean, it's either 90, 95, 85. It's around that spot. Okay, Ron says we like sundresses too. And oddly enough, it's for the same reason. It's easy. Yeah. So easy and so wash and wear. You know, if you're like me and you pack just a little bit of stuff on short cruises and or even on long cruises, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't pack a lot of stuff. I'm one of the few people I know that does not like to pack very much stuff. And then I put the stuff in the laundry. Now, a lot of clothes I would worry about putting in the laundry, but this type of clothing is good to laundries on a cruise. And comes back perfect, okay? Anyway, so I totally agree with you on that. Tanisha says, love my maxi dresses. Yes, love maxi dresses because I can dress them up and you can dress them down. You can wear them into the restaurants. You can do all kinds of stuff. You know, we always talk about packing cruises and whatnot, or just packing to go on vacation in general. And packing is a skill. That's why there's so many packing videos out there. I know you've seen at least 2 or 3 because there's so many out there. But packing is a skill, but it also depends on where you're going to, you know. Of course, you want to pack lightly most of the time because if you're going on vacation, there's a good chance you're bringing something back with you if you're a shopper. If you're not a shopper, of course, you don't have to worry about that. But now that they weigh suitcases, especially shoes, can be a problem when you buy them somewhere else. I found that out the hard way on our last trip. My husband went on a little bit of a shoe shopping spree while we were on our last vacation. So I was surprised, but not totally surprised because he likes homemade leather goods, you know, leather sandals, leather this and that, you know, but shoes for guys are really heavy. I mean, our shoes are usually a little bit lighter, but they're really heavy. So everybody saying hello, hello. Crystal's World, hi, welcome to the chat. She's saying hello to DeFam, hey. And then Tanisha's saying hello. Everybody's still saying hello. Scott says, Vicky, what nationality are you? Are Jorge? I will tell you my nationality if you tell me your nationality, Scott. Anyway, that's how you answer that question. Hello, Crystal's World. Yoda saying to Crystal's World, you guys be sure and type hashtag grow and show your link so that you connect with each other. Eddie Lugo Studios. Hi, Eddie. Welcome to the chat. Brooklyn in the house, y'all. But yeah, he tried to get me to tell him my nationality. Eddie, I'm laughing now. Okay. Ron said, yo, 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 Crystal's World. Yeah, supposed to be almost 90 tomorrow. Where are you at, girlfriend? 90 degrees? Oh, my. Oh, and Eddie saying hashtag Barry, referring to defam adventures. Long story. And Victoria, which is referring to me, which is another long story. Please click the like button. Thank you guys for doing that. That's what Nightbot is reminding me. What's up, Mr. Eddie? Defam Adventures. If you go to Louisville, you have to go to the Slugger Museum. You have to go. We have a few really good museums. And the Slugger Museum, the Muhammad Ali Museum, and the Bourbon Trail starts here. Okay. So you got to do all of that, y'all. Danny says, you will do good, Vicky. Danny, I hope you're right. Defam Adventure says, we play pickleball with an 83-year-old and she is good. We do too. Oh my gosh. And isn't that crazy? I mean, I'm always much respect for people who can play pickleball good in their 80s. Wow. Because the one that's at my gym, she's really tiny. But that girl can slam a ball. And I remember the first time that my husband and I faced off with her and her daughter. And Jorge came over to me and he goes, okay, this is going to be kind of scary. He says, I don't know if I can play somebody who looks frail. And she doesn't really look frail. She's just very slender and tiny. And she slammed it at him. It was hilarious. It opened his eyes. He's like, okay, I guess I better pay closer attention to this lady. She's bringing the heat. Ron said, you rock that trivia. Thank you, Ron. The first one, I was clueless. It occurred to me that I never, ever book anybody out of a regional airport. But thank you. But those regional airports, that was just hilarious. EDM. And you said to me, do you always pick number 3? Yeah. When I don't know, I pick number 3. I'm that person that goes, okay, the smiley faces, the sad faces. Let me get the middle face that just goes. Yeah, I'm that middle of the line girl. Oh, man. EDM was an eye opener for me. I know EDM. EDM. I don't even remember it now, dude. Sue saying hello to Eddie. Danny D, I know Ron, Vicky did amazing on trivia last night. Wow, thank you. I have fans. I was really shocked when it came up and said I was number 1. I was like, oh my God, because you never see your name. If you came in like 9th, you don't see your name. So I was thinking, I'm probably going to come in 5th or 6th or something, even though I didn't miss any of them. And then I laughed when I saw it. I was like, oh my goodness, that is so crazy. But that was so much fun. I did enjoy that, not just because I won, but because it was something that I'm familiar with. I got to come up with a trivia for Scott that I'm familiar with. Another one, yeah. You need a sports one. You probably have done a sports one. Then I can get Jorge in on it and cheat. A lot of people were talking about cheating on Google. I said to myself, you guys must be good if you can Google and press. I was having trouble just putting in the number and pressing the send button. I was sitting there putting the number in, pressing send, and the number would still be there. And I'm like, okay, I hit send. Why is this number still showing? I was on the phone, so it was not working. And I kept pressing and pressing. Anyway. And then Defam Adventure, you as well, Danny D, the spectacular supporter. You did. Okay. I mean, it was a good trivia game. We had a blast last night. Thank you, Scott, for all that you do. You really make things so much more exciting. I was trying to think of what would this be like if somebody else did the host. It would not be the same. You are amazing. Okay, Danny D said, thanks, Ron. I was just guessing. On the first one, the regional one, I really was just guessing. I was like, okay, that kind of looks like BET. I missed the one that was obvious, the one that was Bethany something or other. I missed that one because I was just not really paying attention to the different, everybody was already answering. I should have just answered and just got it over with, but I was sitting there looking at them instead. So, Defam Adventures, LOL. Scott is Irish. Scott is Scottish. We had determined this when I told him I was Scottish. You asked me, and you don't remember. Okay, Scott does not remember that I already told you that I'm Scottish. Weren't you paying attention? He's thinking, Scottish, then how do you know Spanish? Duolingo. Anyway, yeah. So Scott is Scottish too. South Korean and full Irish? You're Irish and I'm Scottish. Now that's hilarious. South Korean, okay, that's a possibility. I think so. Oh my goodness. Crystal's World, North Carolina. You're in North Carolina and it's already 90 degrees or almost 90. Woo! And we had talked about moving to Charlotte, but now that you said that, I'm thinking maybe not. I cannot handle hot weather anymore. Even though I dream of going to Curacao, and it's hot in Curacao all the time, all year round. I dream about moving there, but that's really hot. The Fam Adventures, the red hair gave it away. Look, my hair is gray. But on good days, it's red. And some days it's golden. Look, I don't know. But yeah, the Scottish thing, it's hilarious. Yeah, that was a big one for me. I always say when you look up your DNA, don't be surprised what you find, because it can be pretty funny. But once you see your ancestry, you cannot unsee it. Some stuff in my ancestry is pretty like shocking. Boy. And the Scottish thing especially. Okay, I'm only about 30% Scottish and English and a little bit of Irish too, by the way. But I love telling people I'm Scottish because they just kind of look at me and go, okay. Oh, Defam Adventures. Oh yeah, I forgot Bourbon Trail. Bourbon Trail, very popular thing in Kentucky. I'm going to stop here and read the group cruises because I'm already past the halfway mark. I was watching the Go Live together and they were talking about, Scott was asking a lot of good questions. Scott, of course, would you rather have a girl or a boy? I'll come back to that question because I do have some thoughts about a girl or a boy. It's kind of funny that when you have kids, some people say they want a boy and some people say they want a girl. And I always joke, well, they don't know. They haven't had one yet. Okay? I have 5 kids. I have some thoughts. Anyway, the 2025 cruise, the group cruises. CNS travels Vista by Carnival on Port Canaveral, out of Port Canaveral, September 28th. Back to back, September 20th to the 28th of 2025. And then when it comes back, it's the 28th of September to the 4th of October. And See, Sherman is the one who's in charge of this non-group. I mean, he's hosting. It's a non-group. So I don't know if you could call it in charge, but hosting is probably a better word. I love Sherman. I would love to go on this cruise. Jeremy and Cheryl go live together cruise November 9th. And they're leaving out the new MSC terminal. So that's pretty cool. You know, all these MSC cruises coming up, and you're going to see there's a whole bunch of them. Non-group MSC Seascape from Galveston, Texas. Ryan has a really good MSC cruise too, and his is the World America, the one that you've seen all the videos for this week. So many videos, y'all. I loved every last one of them. I was watching everything. And now I feel like I have been on the World America. The Gobble and Go cruise November 22nd to the 29th during Thanksgiving week. So you don't have to cook. And Ryan was telling me he has some really good pricing on this cruise. Rob is probably feeling left out because they keep talking about the Booze Cruise 4.0 and we haven't gotten to the Booze Cruise 3.0 yet, which is out of Tampa, Florida, on the Grandeur of the Seas by Royal Caribbean, which is a really nice little ship. It's an older ship. It doesn't have all of the we call them bells and whistles of the newer ships, but it is a very nice ship. And you know, Royal Caribbean has great service, 10/25 to November 1st. And if you have kids and you go on a Royal Caribbean ship, I read recently that Royal Caribbean is considered one of the best kids cruises because of their programs. So there you go. Get with Bruce on Ocean to Ocean for this next cruise, which is Helping Hands for Cruising. Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise November 29th through December 6th out of Miami, Florida on the NCL Encore. Scotty J Travels, The Jubilee by Carnival out of Galveston, Texas, October 18th to the 25th. It's an open group. Howard Cruise has got two group cruises in this year. One of them is the Sunrise from Carnival out of Miami, July 12th. The other one is November 2nd to the 9th. The MSC Meraviglia, Brooklyn, New York is the port. 7 nights, includes drinks and Wi-Fi. 2026 is a big year for cruises for our community. We got a lot of cruises going on now. Eddie's Booze Cruise 4.0 leaves on Halloween. He shows this commercial on the Go Live Together, which I love, a good cruise commercial, y'all. He's all excited, right? I hate it when they show them on TV, though, because they don't really show anything. They show you water. Have you ever noticed that? They show you water and they show you maybe a slide or two, but they don't show anything significant like the food. October 31st on the NCL Viva out of Galveston, Texas. Scotty J Travels has Carnival Magic March 15th, 2026. 6-nighter out of Miami, Florida. Then there's Fats and Trey, who came in here and gave me this group cruise, Carnival Sunshine, July 27th to August 1st. And Travel Cakes Trips is going on this cruise. Yay! It's the Creators at Sea cruise out of Norfolk, Virginia. I'm going to have to look up Norfolk and see how far it is from Kentucky. I mean, Virginia and Kentucky are right, real close together, so it may not be that far. I don't know what, no, that's true. It's Carnival Sunshine, July 27th to August 1st. I don't know why I wrote a question mark here. Hello. Okay, ABC Cruise, Bruce Ocean to Ocean. It's the Aruba Bonaire Curacao Cruise, April 11th of 2026. That's pretty soon when you think about it. That is pretty early in 2026. Carnival Horizon out of Miami. There are a lot of creators on this cruise. So many that Bruce was telling me there was already 15 cabins that had been booked. So here you go. Life with Tanisha RN has the Star of the Seas, the biggest ship in Royal Caribbean. The sister ship of the Icon on the Icon of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. And I can tell you from having been on the Icon that this is going to be an awesome cruise. October 25th of 2026. It's a 7-nighter out of Port Canaveral. And that's what's really awesome. It's out of Port Canaveral. So for some of us, that's almost driving. That's almost driving distance, okay? So the next one is Eddie Lugo, MSC Seaside, June 1st, his 20th anniversary with Alice. So they're going to be leaving out of the new MSC terminal out of Miami. That's going to be pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, that terminal looks like an airport, though. It is huge. Every video I've seen so far of it with its new technology and its probably new terminal smell, it looks like it's going to be a pretty awesome place for MSC. They're going to have probably a lot more ships. I'm so excited for them. They've gotten a lot of bad pub for a while now, y'all. So they're trying to make up for it. The Parkers on the Go came in and told me about the Luscious Ladies Cruise. Okay, this is a girl cruise, October 22nd through the 26th on the Virgin Voyages line. Resilient Lady is the ship out of Miami. And that sounds pretty exciting. Okay. Then we have the March 6th through 8th Helen meetup. Everybody is going to this meetup because Darian has made a point of telling everybody about it. Thank you, Magnificent Germany with Darian. That's the name of his channel. He is in charge of the Helen meetup. Okay, 2027. It seems like a long ways away, but we have a Valentine's Day cruise going out of Miami on February 14th, Valentine's Day on 2027. Cheryl tells me that they have the butter in shape of hearts. It's kind of ironic considering butter may not be good for your heart. But whatever. I eat butter. I don't care. I'll probably regret those words, but I eat butter, and I'm glad it'll be in shape of a heart. The Unmatched, Unhinged, Ungrouped, it's a non-group, Unhearted Cruise. Scott, me, Carnival Cruise Addicts, and maybe Antoinette, June and Brady, Sherman, Ron, Scotty J. So we're going to be really Scottish, y'all. We're going to have Scott and Scotty J on this cruise. And Eddie and Alice are going to be on here, and Cheryl and Germany are going to be in here. I'm telling you already, there are a lot of people going on this cruise. You should too, so I can meet you. Bruce, Ocean to Ocean, NCL cruise on the Encore, February 28th, Mexican Riviera out of California. I'm not sure which port. I haven't talked to Bruce yet. Hopefully he'll come in here one day. And if he does come in here one day, please remind me to ask him, what port is this cruise out of? And that's all of our cruises for the moment, but they grow every week. So we'll see what happens next week. Okay, back to the chat, y'all. Here we go. Ron said, tonight an answer will be number 3. I don't know about that, but I will never say sausage because I don't eat sausage. I eat beef. I'm like Cheryl, and that's a hint for people on here. I don't know what the questions are, but if you think it's going to be sausage for me, it ain't going to be sausage for me. And it probably ain't gonna be sausage from Jorge either, because he has never heard about the sausage thing. So he'll be wondering, this will be funny. When everybody else answers sausage, he's gonna be looking at me like, why did they all say sausage? Did I miss something? I tell you. So it ought to be interesting. LOL, Danny says. TCT for tonight, Vicky. You don't need much voice. Oh, thank God. Just a whiteboard and an erasable marker, not permanent. LOL. Oh, I know. I have erasable markers, but good point. LO true. I thought about just getting big flashcards, okay? Danny D, the permanent supporter. It was just fun being with Scott and everyone. I know. We had a good time last night. I don't Google. Maybe Billy J does. Billy, you get no respect. TCT. Scott sent reply to your email. Hit the like button, y'all. Nightbot says please and thank you. Thank you, Scott. Awesome, TCT. Okay, to answer your question, Scott, now that you told me your answer, my husband is Puerto Rican. Un Boricua. He speaks fluent Spanish. Okay, Eddie and him have a lot in common. Jorge was raised in Brooklyn, New York. So his Spanish has a little bit of New York in it. Okay, no, it has a lot of New York in it, y'all. So his Spanish to me is extremely fast and hard to understand. And the funny thing is, when people speak Spanish to me, like here, there are a lot of people here from Mexico that speak Spanish. I can understand what they're saying. But when Jorge speaks Spanish, he goes to me, he goes, how come you don't understand what I'm saying? Just look at him going, well, I'm still stuck on the second word. What were you saying? So he speaks really fast. And I don't know. I just laugh about it because when he tries to speak Spanish to people here, they look at him, even though a lot of the Mexicans that are here, they speak fluent Spanish, but when they listen to Jorge, they got that same look on their face that I have. It's like, what did he say? I'm like, he said something really fast. So I have said to him over and over again, dude, despacito. No. Anyway, that's a joke between us. Thank you, Vicky. You're a sweetie, Scott. Awesome, TCT. We love you, Scott. Hardest working man on YouTube. Oh yeah, I know, right? Hardest working man. Travel cake trips. We missed the trivia. We got home at 4:30 after traveling all day. Was knocked out by 8. I believe it. That never happens. I am usually up till 11:30 midnight. I try to go to bed by 11, but it never happens. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Hi, welcome to the chat. Hey, man. Hey, Vicky. And this is Liz. I know it is. Hey, Vicky and everyone lurking while at work. Thank you, Liz, for coming in. Can't wait to play with y'all tonight. That sounds like a kid doing, I can't wait to play with y'all tonight. Welcome to the chat, sweetie. And we love lurkers. We know that a lot of people are lurking at this time of the day. So most of the people who are here are lurking. Some of them are lurking a little bit more than others. Oh my. Okay. Hey, Liz. Me too. Shh. See? I love it. Danny says, shh, don't tell Liz's boss. The Fam Adventures. Oh, look at him. What emoji is that? Is that a ninja emoji? I love it. Ninja Liz and Ron lurking at work. Oh, y'all are funny. Danny D says, one day I'll go to Helen. Yeah, you need to go to Helen. Make it this next year, please. Carnival Cruise Addicts. Yes, there's a ton more coming too. Okay. I hope I am not coming down with something, y'all. That would be insult to injury this month. Trust me. Oh my gosh. So there we go. Scottish. LOL. I see what you did there. Yeah, he's Scottish. He's Irish, but he's Scottish too. Him and Scotty J are both Scottish. And what's the other Scott? Scott McNeil, I think is his name. He's also Scottish. Parker's on the go. Hi, sweetie. Welcome to the chat. Good morning. I just talked about your Luscious Ladies cruise. I don't know if you were on at that point, but yeah, we are. We're talking about that. I love Virgin Voyages, and I do love that particular cruise. It's nice and short and sweet. But with a bunch of girls, I bet it's going to be hilarious and fun. I can see that. But welcome to the chat, dear. Carnival Cruise Addicts. I don't eat sausage, haha. Liz. You guys crack me up about the sausage, though. I mean, I would tell you, normally when I play match game, I don't match anybody but Chris Liz. How is that? How is that? Insider tip. Yes, I do not say sausage because, and that's probably why I don't play very well on match game, because I am a beef eater. I eat steak. I'm a steak eater, y'all. So when somebody says sausage, I'm like, nah. I'd rather have steak. Even for breakfast, I would rather have steak, and it might be cheaper than the eggs, okay? So sometimes I have steak for breakfast, leftover steak. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's saying hello. Good morning to Parker's on the go. I was watching y'all's live. I watched the replay because somehow I missed the original live chat. And I was laughing when you got to the frog part. I was cracking up because no, I don't do reptiles at all. At all. And not even frogs. And when we had to do frogs in biology class and stuff, it was a sad story. I was paying people to do stuff. I was paying people to tear apart a frog. I was laughing about it because I had brought extra change just so I would not have to deal with a frog and formaldehyde. Ugh. No, don't do that stuff. Travel Cake Trip says, hey, Parkers, Vicky just mentioned your Luscious Lady group cruise. Yes. I will talk about it every day until it happens, okay? Please hit the like button. Nightbot reminding us. Danny D says, and Chris and Liz and Greg and Michelle sniff the markers. Y'all still haven't explained that one to me. Sniff the markers. Okay, I will have a marker in my hand. Will I sniff a marker? Good question. Waiting to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens because my husband, like I told y'all, does not watch YouTube unless it's sports. I mean, he did come in and watch this one day. And it was the day I was talking about his cooking and said that too much garlic has been added. When you know it. The one day I'm dogging him out about his cooking, he comes in and watches and then tells me, I saw your live chat. He didn't mention that I talked about him. He didn't say anything. He just told me he saw the live chat. He did not say you know, I heard what you said about my cooking. Oh, well. TCT. Parker's on the go. Are there any content creator ladies going on this trip? The Luscious Ladies group cruise. Yes, I'm assuming there's probably going to be some creators. I'm answering for y'all. Sorry. Sorry, Parker's on the go. But anyway, Scotty J Travels, good morning. Bringing in some sunshine. Hey, whoop, whoop. Scotty J, when I watch your videos, I crack up. Okay, you are so funny. But anyway, I cannot wait to meet you guys. I cannot wait to get on the celebration. Hopefully we can do a cruise before that. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. You know, so much is going on. And since the unfortunate situations that have happened to me in the last couple of months, you know, I've been in probate court. I'm going on probate court actually in the next week or so. And so much stuff going on. And then also, like I said, I'm meeting a claims adjuster for the tornado damage. The tornado damage of all things. Those are things I didn't expect to say this year. Parker's on the go and says, yes, but I don't disclose until they do. Yeah. You don't disclose who's going until, if you're the host, you know, you don't disclose who's going until you do. Thanks, Vicky. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. Travel Cake Trips. Okay, I understand. Danny's saying LOL. Floaty says she's lurking. Angie got a lot going on over there. Okay, a lot going on. Danny D, whatever floats your boat. Hey, I forgot to say hi to you. Floaty Bodie, that's what Scott calls her. We cut up a little. Yeah, yeah. I've seen some videos. I know. I have been following the Parkers on the go since the pandemic, just about the same time I met Eddie. I was doing a lot of watching at that time. I wasn't really doing much creating because I was trying to figure it out. But I did see a lot of great creators that inspired me. So, and Parkers on the Go were one of the groups, along with Addie and Terry and a few other people. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but a few other channels that I followed. You guys were really good inspirations for me. So thank you. Marker sniffers. Say that real fast. LOL, Ron. Yeah. Cutting up is part of the fun, is the fun part at Parkers on the Go. Yeah. The good news about a cruise is most people will never see you again unless you get on the same cruise again. Who knows? But most people will never. So you can be whatever you want to be on a cruise, and especially on Virgin Voyages, you can be whatever you want to be because there's no kids around. It can be hilarious at times, but it's not, and they were talking about that on Parker on the Go. We're talking about that on their live about how people have a perception of Virgin Voyages that is a little bit off. Remember what your husband said about freaks and stuff. And we were talking about the fact that freaks are on all cruises. Some of them are just a little undercover. On Virgin, people tend to be a little more out there, but probably no more freaks on Virgin Voyages than there are on Carnival or Royal or Norwegian. It's a thing. It's a thing. You get a group of people together. Some of them are going to be a little out there. They're going to be just a little bit different. Cutting up is the reason, LOL. I know cruising is the reason that you can be yourself. You can do whatever you want to do. You can put out your freak flag, as the expression goes. Carnival Cruise Addict says, just don't cut the cheese. Oh yeah, I've heard about that. You guys, I saw that stuff. If it happens with Jorge around, you guys would know anyway. Or if he does it, you will know by the look on my face. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. He is very funny. He's quiet most of the time, very competitive most of the time, plays pickleball almost every day. Yeah. Watches sports, knows every sport thing. So give you some hints about him. Let me see if I can help you guys out tonight. He probably won't say sausage, although I did tell him about it, but I don't know if he was listening to me. He's kind of conservative, not politically. He's not political, so, but he was, here's some hints. He was a soldier, then a firefighter, then a police officer, Metro Police, City Police, and then now he is a deputy sheriff. There's some hints about Jorge's personality. Yeah. He likes to wear uniforms. Danny D, I really can't wait until tonight, and I will be dropping your link in every chat. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope to have set up the link. Scott, I'm going to do that. I've got to meet the claim adjuster after this. When I come back home, I got to go by and get some markers so I can sniff them. I've got to get a race board. I've got to set up the studio in the front room, in the dining room, because I've been looking around, scouting the house, trying to figure out where's a good place to set up, where there'll be some light. Anyway, Supermod Danny, that's you, girl. Ron said, and Mushy must like a man in uniform. You know what? My dad was a career military guy. I grew up as a military brat. But Denise and I have talked about this. So has Dwayne. I wonder, Dwayne and I know each other. It is possible that we have both been on the same base before. It happens. Um, I do like a military guy. I do like a guy in uniform, but I had no idea when I married him. When I married Jorge, he was a firefighter and he was also in the military reserves, which is why he was in Kentucky because of Fort Knox. But I had no idea that it would continue on. I joke with him about what's going to be his next thing. You know, I joke that he'll be Indian chief next, okay, because of YMCA. Because of that. But anyway, he's also a home inspector. He's done a lot of stuff, but those are some hints about Jorge and his personality as to what he might possibly say as a match. I have no idea. I'm going to be surprised like y'all. So thank you guys for liking the live. I appreciate this. I also have a note from Nightbot about the Facebook group. Okay. If you want to post a vacation on my Facebook group called I Love Foodie Vacations, I'm good with that. As long as see that YMCA coming in, as long as it's a vacation, because that group is Facebook vacationers. It's not creators. I mean, there are a few of us in there. The community is in there, but other than the community, it's real vacationers in that group, people who like to see vacation information. And I'm on a mission to convert them from Facebook to YouTube. I'm trying to get them to understand that the real vlogs are not in Facebook, they're in YouTube. Ron said, okay, headed back to work, YMCA. Thank you for that. Okay, headed back to work. Ron, see you tonight, Miss Vicky. Ah, yes, see you. I know you're going to be the one making fun of me. Carnival Cruise Addicts, have a great day, everyone. See you tonight. It's 11 o'clock. This is when I normally end my 10 to 11 stint. So everybody's saying goodbye. See you later, Alligator Liz. Oh, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. But rolling on the floor. I just now saw that, Ron. Take care. Bye. You guys have a great day. I got to go argue with a claims adjuster. So have a great day. Have a great weekend and have a good Friday. Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate y'all.